Hi everyone, this is Amy. Welcome today to my channel. Today I'm going to do just a quick easy design on this glass bottle, or jar I should say. It's actually used to be a pasta sauce jar, and I got to thinking, there's a lot of things you can do with some of the glass items that we get food in it. Instead of throwing it into the trash, why not reuse them for storage or something cute, a cute home decor piece. So I'm going to go ahead and just, like I said, just do a quick little video. And I know there's glare, so that's one reason I kind of moved to doing some designs on the stone, or the, I can't even think of it, tile that I paint on, because it's not as full of glare. But today I'm going to be using, I think, all multi-surface. This is FolkArt paints, doing Wicker White, Aqua, Daffodil Yellow, Lime Green, Satin Classic Green, and Dove Gray. Brushes I'm using today are going to be FolkArt brushes, and they're 3 flat brushes, which are a number 6, a number 12, and a number 16. And then I like this liner brush. This is an ArtDone liner brush. It's like for nails, but it's actually very good to use for designs when you're painting. Just besides painting on nails. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and stick my liner brush into my greens. I have 2 different greens here, and I'm just going to stick them in, kind of roll it around, stick it in, roll it around a little bit. And I'm going to start with just a stem to actually get started with my design. And you can go over it if you need to, make it a little bit thicker, have it branch out a little bit. One thing nice about doing it on the glass or something small is that you can move it around as you're creating your design, and you don't have to have it all in one place. It's one thing with the bigger tiles are a little bit more difficult for me to paint on because it's hard for me to move them around. Alright, I'm just going to do a few little branches out on the sides. Hopefully you can see these. You want to go back over them with the lighter green so they stand out a little bit more. Welcome to do so. And in the background I will have playing just a very light sound bath, for you to sit back and enjoy. Alright, so let's go ahead, and I'm going to start off with using my number 16, and I'm going to also dip one side into the lime green, one side into the classic green, and then you can actually do them close together like this, where you can just kind of do the blending strokes right by each other if you have them set up next to each other. Convenient. Or you can dip one side in like I was doing and go from there. Proper way to load a brush if you're doing any kind of one stroke type painting is 3/4 of the bristle covered with paint, and then you begin. Alright, so we're going to go ahead. I'm going to start with the lighter on the top, and I'm just going to push my brush down and just do some light wiggle strokes, come up to the tip, and then come back. And if I feel like I need more paint, I'm going to go back over it. Because when you do paint on glass, the thicker your design, the actual durability will increase. And you can switch your brush around too if you want the dark on the top, dark on the bottom, or if, like this, had the light on both sides. So I'm just going to push down, come back. And when you're painting on glass too, one of the steps besides cleaning it is to make sure you go over it with denatured rubbing alcohol, and that way that helps to add or get off the get off the little fingerprints, the oils from your hands, that kind of stuff. You can actually get that to come back off with the rubbing alcohol. I'm not worried about that in this case because I am not going to keep this jar. I'm just doing it for the painting design. Now, like I said, you can do like the lighter on the outside of the top and come back through with the darker on the bottom. You want to do that. And you can switch it around however you want to do it. So I'm going to go ahead, I feel like I'm a little confused here, go ahead and do the dark on that side, and I can come back like that, which creates the dark on both sides. If you come up to the tip and you come back down the opposite side, then you will keep that color on the outside still. Or if you wish to move your jar around, you can actually come back here and come down this side like that and make a cleaner full leaf pattern. Alright, I'm going to scrape a little bit of this off. I feel like I have too much. And one thing nice too to do on jars is if you completely cover them and then paint a design on top, that makes them even more durable. And yes, you can bake this in your oven after you're done painting it. Or you can come back down this way. You can also do this if you want to make it look like you're folding the leaves. I'll do it with the dark on the top. And you come back this way and make it look like the leaf is folded. So just play with it. Leaves are fun to make. That's one of my favorite things to paint. Let's see, maybe I'll do one more in the center here. Have it come up like that and come back. Like that. And I'm just going to leave those like that for now. I will be coming back to the leaves. The next thing I'm going to do, I guess with this I can do, well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do, trying to think if I want to do the dove and then the dove gray and the aqua. So when you've been painting for a long time, you just kind of get to the point where you just do it and you don't even think too much about it. Alright, so I'm going to come in here and just produce some flower petals throughout. Fill this in a little bit. And you can just place them sporadically on your glass, wherever you feel like they're going to make sense or look pretty. Maybe you can come up here and do a few so I'm basically just on the chisel edge, turning the brush sideways and just pulling it in. Like that. Alright. And again, if you want to go over them and maybe even add a little bit more color to them or thickness in paint, you can do that too. It's up to you. Alright, so then I'm going to come in with my smaller brush and I'm going to come in here into the white and I'm just going to fully put white on the bristles. And I'm just going to come, okay, and then I'm just going to create little flower buds. Sorry about the barking dog. Again, kind of doing the same thing as I did a minute ago. Just using the chisel edge and just pulling it. Just kind of randomly placing these. Doesn't have to be in any certain order, just however you want them to be. I like to do odd numbers, so that's where I'm just kind of, I have 5 here, so if I do a couple more, I'm going to have to add a couple more. Come off here to the side, like that. All right. So then I'm going to take the same liner brush. I didn't clean it off. I'm going to stick it in the yellow. Just kind of put it in there, roll it around, and then come in here and put some dots, indicating like the center of the flowers, the white flowers, that is. If you're new to my channel, please know that my designs are meant to be very simple designs that are great for beginner painters. If you have any questions or comments, please place those down below the video. Alright, so I have that. And then what I'm going to do is come into the greens, again twirling the little brush, and maybe come in here, put in some stems. Making them look like they make sense. Maybe even pull some little stems out around. And you want to make the flowers, little stems for the flowers too, to connect to, that's fine. It's very light. I'm not going to worry too much about those. And then I'm going to come back to my brush and have the greens on it and just kind of maybe even touch a little bit of the yellow in it, and then just do basically some little one stroke kind of filler leaves. As I mentioned before, I do like my leaves, so if you're not much into the leaves, then leave them out. But these kind of help to fill in the areas. And then I'll go back to the liner brush. Once again, dipping it in and kind of swirling it around. And just put some light little ways to attach these. Now, if you were going to keep this jar and use it for, storage or, project of some sort, what I would do, also paint around the entire jar. So the design cut, covers that or is completely around it. And if you want, just kind of go in here and just kind of add some little swirlies just to kind of fill it in. You don't have to be perfect by any means. And you can bake this. If you're going to bake it, I would put it in a cold oven. And then, now you pay attention to whatever type of paint you're using as to what the manufacturer recommends, because not all the paints are the same. But if you were to place this type of paint, cold oven, turn the oven on at the 350 degrees, and then I add the preheat time to the bake time. So if it's 350 degrees for 30 minutes, then like my oven, I think it's 50 minutes total. Then go ahead and do that. Once it's done baking, turn it off, let it cool completely before removing. It's the quick change in temperature that will cause the glass to break. So if you want to be mindful of that, just make sure you give it time to warm up gradually and cool down gradually. So I'm just going to come back in here and just kind of add a little touch of yellow, just kind of using this brush just to sporadically put yellow dots, or no, not really dots, but little marks. If you want to leave this out, feel free to do so. Just, you know, follow your own instincts as to what you want your design to look like, and have fun. That's the main thing, is sit back, have fun, and don't get too serious about it. Just let your energies flow and your creativity flow. I hope you like this. If you do, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and share this channel with your family and friends. I would greatly appreciate that. And until the next time, please stay safe and healthy. Thanks so much for stopping by, and you have a good one. See you next time.